Good morning, everyone, and welcome back once again to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name's Mark Love, and today I've got the pleasure of showing you a 2025 Verona. This is the 40 VRB model, and let's talk a little bit about the chassis before we get into the motorhome very much. First of all, this is built on the M2 106 Plus chassis. That includes your lane guidance, you have collision mitigation, and you have electronic stability control with that Detriot assurance package is actually what they call it. This unit happens to be propulsion, the color. We'll talk about the inside when we get there. Now, all of the Veronas are powered by the 8.9 Cummins. It's a 360 horse with 1,150 foot-pounds of torque. And I want to just show you the engine and talk about that a little bit as we walk around. First of all, if you like to work on your own units, these are for you. One thing about this is it makes it easy to get inside. I'll show you on the other side what I mean by that, but all of your fluids are easily accessible. Your coolant, your air filter gauges, air dryer, water separator, blinker fluid right there. Very easy to access. As we come around the other side here, I was talking about how easy it is for me to get inside this engine, and if I just turn the wheel slightly, you can see I can step right in here without any problem. Get to my fuel filter here, dipsticks, engine fill, everything is right here. Fuse relay box. This is really important because if you have something that doesn't seem to be working, you want to check your fuses and breakers first, and it's right here, very easy to access. And then the other thing about this, there's some nice struts on this hood. So when you push it down, you see it doesn't just collapse on you. In fact, you kind of have to help it down a little bit. Another thing I like to point out about this chassis is what they do with this front bumper. Now, you can see it's hinged right here. I'm going to open this back up so we can see it from the inside. But the reason they do that, in a front-end collision, this is designed to break away, to fold in, and it won't destroy the front part of the bumper. Also, if your tire is facing straight, there's a little flange right here. You're not going to dig into your tire, so you may not need to replace a tire in a front-end collision. Just a really great feature, and you have to give credit to Freightliner for that. Freightliner, well, one of the things you have to understand, probably a third of the value of your motorhome is in the chassis, and this M2 106 Plus is just a great platform to build on. Another thing I like are these mirrors. They are breakaway mirrors. Maybe you have a really tight barn you're putting it into and you need to push that all the way in. Very easy to do. And they're made to hold over 200 pounds here. Very sturdy. Just, again, another great design. Talk about a few of the other features. Right here we have a plug for our block heater. You do have dual 100 or 50-gallon fuel fills, one on each side, and then you have your depth fill over here on the driver's side. And another thing I really like about stepping into these, first of all, they've got a great, steel kind of a grid plate here. If you've got snow on your shoes in the winter, it scrapes it off, you don't slip. Grab handles make it very easy to pull yourself up. Over here, let me point out, they changed your battery disconnect right here. It's a button that you turn on. And the other thing you want to get used to on your seat, right here, that's your air ride seat. So it's a lot easier from the outside to familiarize yourself with these options, so when you get in, you're not fumbling around so much. This unit is just under 40 feet long. It has a gross vehicle weight of 37,600 pounds. And we're on Bridgestone 295 tires here. Now let's walk down the driver's side. I left the slide in intentionally because it's easier to get to these compartments over here. And in this first one, you can see our batteries. We have a couple of starting batteries right there. And then our house batteries are the Dragonfly lithium-ion batteries. 300 amp hours there. You have 3 separate batteries. This also comes with 600 watts of solar on the roof, and that is 3 separate 200 watt panels. This compartment, pretty open. Got a lot of storage there. We do have a 3,000 watt inverter, and you can see that little vent down there. They actually duct heat down into some of these compartments for you. Over here, we have our AquaHot 250D, and that's the hydronic heater that provides your engine or your house heat, your hot water. And the nice thing about this, you've got 150 gallons of water. Let's say, you know, you got 2 or 3 people, 4 people out mountain bike riding or something. You get back to camp, you all want to take a shower. With a continuous hot water and 150 gallons, you can all shower back to back without having to worry about it catching back up for the next guy. You also get a little extra storage there beside it. These next 2 compartments, basically what you're seeing is some of our holding tanks. Now you have, like I said, 150 fresh, which is inside, and then 75 on both the black and gray tanks. And you can see your drain over here. You can run it down through either one of those little inserts. And we do have our sea level monitor system. The nice thing about this, it's not the probes that go through the tank like the old ones did, so you don't have toilet paper and debris hanging up and giving you a false reading. Over here we've got our water compartment. Now it's not a very big compartment, but it's very efficient. Number one, we do have a whole house filter that goes in right here. Our low point drains. We have a hot water spigot right there. You can see there's a power water hose. Right here's the retract button. They give you a monitor panel right there. Dump valves are inside in a heated area. The handles are. And then you also have your black tank flush, a cable input there, and a tank fill, whether you're filling your tanks by power or going to run it, you know, off city water when you're at the campground. That lever's right there. And these are actually etched in there, so they're always going to be there. You know what it is. It's not like the decals that sometimes fall off. Oh, another thing, I point this out in all my videos. I love the Renegade compartment doors. They're thick, they're well insulated, there's double latches, and you don't have to slam them. Just shut them nice and easy, and they close every time. Okay, in this compartment, we've got our 8K diesel generator, and it's not very loud. I've got it running right now so I can run the ACs inside. It's pretty hot out here today, but that'll run both of your roof air conditioners. We also get a little storage area here for your sewer hose. And then back here we've got another compartment. You can see we've got our transfer switch in there, and our crossover circuit and our surge protector, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And it's a 50 amp power cord. It is manual out and power rewind. And boy, that sure is nice come winter time when these things get stiff and hard to, you know, wrangle around. Having that power rewind makes it a lot easier. Okay, let's step around the back. Now, first of all, it's a great looking cap on the back. LED lights throughout, and your turn signals, your brake lights are up high. It does come with a 20,000 pound rated hitch here, and we've got 2 balls, a 2-inch and a 2 5/16. And like I say, you can pull 20,000 pounds here. We have our Voyager connection. If you have a camera maybe on the back of your stacker trailer or inside a horse trailer, you can toggle back and forth in the cab And then we do have our 7-way plug there. Very beefy hitch. These are designed to pull a lot of weight. And one of the things you want to keep in mind, if you're pulling 15 or 20,000 pounds, yeah, there's Class A diesels that can pull that much, but you don't have the engine up front. They're kind of light. I've heard people liken it to herding cats, the way it wanders around a little bit. With the engine over the front tires, that's where you want them. You're on the ground, you have better handling, 20,000 pounds, that's a heck of a load, and that's really what these are designed for. Okay, let's go down the passenger side. Now I left this slide out, our bedroom, because it's easy to get under and into your compartments. This is one. Now, steel compartments and nice carpet lined in there. Over here we have a bigger one, and there's kind of like a 3/4 pass-through underneath. So your folding tables, camp chairs, things like that, longer items, you got plenty of room to get them in there. While we're right here, let's take a look at the awning. We do have a nice Girard awning, and boy, days like this, it really makes a difference to keep yourself in the shade. Here is another large storage compartment with a little bit underneath that extends it. And then up in these front two, you notice it's open all the way. You can get a lot of gear in here. Now, there is an air hose over there on the left. I didn't point out the chuck earlier, but you've got a place to access your onboard compressor. So, you know, if you're taking your Jeep to Moab, you see the people on the really gnarly trails, Poison Spider and some of the other ones, they let the air out of their tires to make it easier to climb. When you get back, you probably want to air them up, certainly before you hook it up and tow it down the highway. So it's nice to have that option to tie into your compressor very easily. We do get a 32-inch TV on the outside, and this one actually pulls out and will tilt for you. Samsung 4K with a sound bar. And then here at the entry door, let me point out a couple other things. As you walk in right here on the left, you can see you've got your battery disconnects right here, your house battery. You've got your entry step override if that doesn't come in or out. And you also have your emergency start right here, mounted by your fire extinguisher. And then right up above that is your Xantrex inverter control. And then as we step up inside here, the first thing you're probably going to want to do is turn on your lights. So right here is a control for that. So you can turn all of your lights on and off. That's where you can extend your awning. You can do that a few different ways, awning lights, ceiling lights, and so forth. Why don't you come on in and let me shut that door for you. And I did want to leave the slide in, the main slide, to show you how much room you've got when you're traveling. It's very easy to walk through here, especially maybe you're traveling with bigger dogs. German Shepherds or Golden Retrievers seem to be pretty popular. You can get all the way back here into your half bathroom. This is a bath and a half floor plan. Easy to access your refrigerator and the entire kitchen. Just a great layout here, and I am going to try to show you the Vega Touch. Now the only problem with this, every time my phone shuts off, it seems, there it shut itself off, so I'm going to unpair it here, scan for which unit I'm in, and right here is a little bit about the Vega Touch. You can take a picture right there, and that will take you to the app that you can download. Sometimes it does it very fast. Sometimes it, takes 30 seconds or a minute. Let me try this again. And I'll talk a little bit more about this ad, but if it doesn't pick up right away and it's scanning, sometimes your signal There we go. It's not letting me authenticate. Oh, there we go. I'm into it. I put in the code. Oops. Authenticate it, and here we are. Now we're at the part where you can control all your features. Right now, I'm going to run out this big slide while we're talking. One of the beauties of having this app is if you're by yourself and you're in a tight spot, maybe you got a neighbor next to you, maybe you got a tree or a rock, you want to be able to walk outside and watch this slide come out. That way you're sure you're not going to hit anything, and it's very easy to do. Back to our app here, you can see I've got one for awning. I can get in here, go to the climate control. One thing that I will point out, if you go to your home screen and scroll all the way down, and you can see what you've got on the main screen, master lights on and off, climate, tank monitors, water pump, aqua hot, so forth. These are our batteries, but there is a button that'll take you directly to your AC and your generator. I've got the gen running, 8.5 hours right now. The AGS stands for auto gen starts, and your triggers can be by low battery. You can actually set it at a certain temperature to kick on. Maybe you leave dogs in here when you're going on a hike. But this is a great app, so once you buy one of these, you certainly want to download that. Okay, let's take a look at the floor plan here. So like I say, this is the 40 VRB. It's about 39 feet, 10 inches overall. Up here at the dinette, and this is a convertible dinette. Under here's a little lever. You pull it, it drops down. You have some cushions to fill that in there. Right here, I love this little setup with your cup holders. You've got some 110 outlets. You've got USB and USB ports throughout. Place for your cards. Everybody plays cards while they're traveling. You do have a couple of seat belts on the forward-facing seat. You also have a couple in your theater seating. Above here, we've got a large open compartment. This is all maple cabinetry, and one of the ways you might want to check for quality, if you reach behind your styles right here, and it's a vinyl wrap on maybe poplar or pine, you'll feel it back here. These are all solid wood, very quality made. I love the hinges, the hidden hinges. Great looking brushed nickel hardware there. Over here on our window, we do have the manual, both the day and the night shades here. And our windows open from the bottom. This is a nice feature when it's raining because you can still get a lot of airflow through there. I'm gonna go ahead and drop that down. Okay, as we move back, again, we've got another one of our Firefly controls, and these are all throughout the coach. You've got 8 or 10 of them. This one mainly is for the lights in this area. We have theater seating here, and these have electric footrests. I'll hop in here in front of the TV and show you. You know, just push of a button, brings your steps up and down. And another thing that's kind of unique, maybe get a shot right of this one. You've got a light here to turn on, but you also have this red light, and I just figured out this is actually a heater in there. So if you've got your blue light on and you want your heater on off, you can see it kind of changes color there. And red and blue, we are non-political here. In fact, I'm going to vote for Pedro. This is a massager. You got 3 settings right there. And again, electric in and out, couple of seat belts here. Just an extremely comfortable place to watch TV. You can see you get a couple of cup holders here. Again, your USB and your USB ports. You can charge a phone or a laptop just about anywhere you want to in this coach. Again, we have a large bank of cabinets here. There's actually 4 of them. So you can see how much room you have up there. Great storage throughout this whole coach. Now, across from your theater seating, we have our kitchen. So let's take a look at that. Got some nice storage up here. Your owner's manuals. We do have a very deep stainless steel undermount sink. Makes it easy to wipe things in here when you're cleaning up. Have a little pull-out pantry or storage area here. Place for your trash can. Nice little extension there. Some more storage. Now all of the drawers are soft close. Here's some of the things they give you. That's your water filter. You do have some lube for that slide out mechanism. You have touch-up paint for your 4-color paint job, and then the remotes for your TVs and so forth. And again, those are all soft close. And then over here we have 3 more soft close. Check out the dovetails. This is a thick, drawer wall. It's not something that's going to rattle apart as you go down the road. These go in your electric fireplace. We'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, above here we have our induction cook surface. And when it says true induction, it means basically you can use any metallic pan. Anything that a magnet would stick to, including your cast iron, will work on these. Nice heavy-duty covers, so it gives you plenty of counter space when you're not using it. Have your convection microwave here. And above that, a little more storage with another 110 outlet. As long as we're here, I'll show you where our main Firefly panel is. So when I kick my generator on, it shows it's powering the box now. There's your home screen. But pretty much, all lights on and off. You can do them individually. This is my generator start, your AGS. You can set your parameters. Got my climate control. Got some fantastic fans in here. Slide controls. And then your settings. And in your settings, by the way, when you do download that app, you go to the mobile app and that tells you what coach you're in, and that's your code to get into it. So basically everything on your phone is also right here. And then throughout you have other panels that might just do lights or things like that. But like I say, there's 8 or 10 of these throughout the coach. Okay, let's move back to our refrigerator now. This is an 18 cubic foot residential refrigerator. You can see how much room you get here. There is a built-in ice maker. And this little extra safety latch so things don't fly out as you're coming down the road is pretty nice. Okay, next to the refrigerator, we have our 42-inch. This is our main TV. And below it, we have an electric fireplace. Now, this is about a 5,000 BTU heater virtually with a fan that blows it out. On your chilly nights when it's getting down to 45, maybe down to 40, you can heat this area quite nicely off this electric fireplace. If you're already plugged in and paying for electric, you might as well, save your diesel and heat it electrically. A little more storage up here. Okay, and then across from our fireplace, on the top we get pantry. And on the bottom here, we have our 12-volt fuses And these are our breakers. Like I say, if an air conditioner is not working, something else, check your breakers and fuses first. And they label everything for you right here. This is a nice feature too. It gives you the customer service number. So if you've got a problem, you can always call Renegade. But I just want to talk for a minute about one of the benefits of buying from Transwest RV. We have a technical advisor. His name's Bill, and anybody that's met Bill or dealt with him realizes how vast his pool of knowledge is. Almost 15 or 18 years ago, Bill and I worked at another dealership. I was in sales. He was the service manager there. But now his purpose is to help our customers. When you're out camping, you have a question, am I not using this right, or is there a problem? You'll have Bill's cell phone. You can call him directly. If he doesn't answer, leave a message. He'll always get back to you and help walk you through a problem. He can see in his head that, oh, if I've got no 06 signature, your inverter's in the third compartment back, the reset's right here. His knowledge is just incredible. So that's a feature that not every dealer has after the sale. So that's one reason you might want to consider Transwest when you're looking for an RV. Okay, let's move on back. Right here we've got our washer dryer. I guess that's gonna, oh, it opens all the way. Now, one of the things that I kind of like about the way they mount their washer and dryer, this is the Splendide, is they put this shelf in between them. A lot of them are stacked right on top of each other. There is a bracket that holds them from the back, but this is much more stable when you do it this way. And if you choose not to have a washer dryer, it can be pre-plumbed, and then you have extra like wardrobe or storage closets here. Okay, let's look at the half bathroom here. And one thing around the toilet, you can see how much leg room you've got. Even if you're a larger person, you don't have any problem getting in there, moving around. That is a porcelain macerator toilet. And I'll just open the storage areas here real quick, let you get a peek. There you go, and then I'll get back out of here. Very deep medicine cabinet there. Plenty of room underneath for a small trash can and toilet paper or whatever, and then over the toilet you get another nice storage area. And that's the fantastic fan up there. You've got a couple of those. Those really draw a nice breeze through on those nights where you really don't need AC, but you want to cool it down or have a breeze. Open a window or two and turn that on, and it does a great job. All right. So we step back into the bedroom. I will point out we've got a couple of doors here, privacy doors. And these are solid doors. They're not, you know, cheap, hollow closet-style doors. There are a couple of snaps there and a magnet to keep it from rolling forward. As we step in here, I want to show you under the bed. That's our water tank. Now, there is a pole here you can pull out and prop it up. 150 gallons, two 75-gallon tanks. You can see your main drain right here, this valve, and that's a what, 2-inch pipe there, 2.5. It'll drain it rather quickly. Your water pump is right here. Your winterization bypass tube is right there. Just makes it easy to access. Some people will carry an extra water pump with them after, you know, 3, 5, 6 years, whatever. You might, you know, notice you need to replace that. That's quite easy to do, and when they make it this easy to access, something you might want to consider. Now, on each side of the bed, have a little bit of storage area. And then you can see right over here, and you have it on both sides. Again, you have the 110 outlet. You have your USBs, your USCs. If you're using a sleep machine at night, you can plug it in right there. You also have plenty of room up here with another 110 outlet. Couple of reading lights. And again, we have the manual day-night shades, and then these windows open so you can get a nice cross breeze in here. Under here, we've got another one of our panels, and this one, let me see, you can actually has a water pump, your reading lights, your generator start and stop right here. Very handy to be able to lie in bed and do that. Across from the bed, we have our wardrobe area. And these have 4 quite large pull-out drawers. And I like the wood they use in here. You can really tell that, you know, this is a craftsman's work here. It's not cheap particle board or anything like that. Like I say, all soft close. Underneath here, we've got 2 large drawers for your clothes. And then up here's another one. And this compartment they usually leave for like video components. You have your HDMI cable, cable input right there. Now this does come wired for a satellite, and you do have the Wi-Fi as a standard feature with this. Overhead we have another 32-inch TV. This one, I guess this one doesn't tilt. That pulls out to access the back to get your cables in and so forth. Emergency window right here. Let me put that shade down. And you've got another one of your main Firefly panels here. Another 110 outlet. This is pretty much a duplicate of what you just saw. Shirt closet above. 4 nice pull-out drawers. So you can see how much room you've got for wardrobe and other items. Okay, now I'm going to step back into the bathroom. First of all, you do have a privacy door here, and you can see there's a little snap there when you're traveling to keep it secure. But even if you don't snap it, there is a magnet back there that holds it tight. Okay, we've got our radius shower here. And I will step in here just to show you how much room you've got. Now, I'm about 5'8", and you know, if you're much over 6'3", 6'4", your head's probably going to be up into this skylight, but it gives you room. And I've got plenty of elbow room. You know, if you're an NBA or an NFL player, you're probably going to be a little tight, but you're probably buying a bigger motorhome too. You can see the one-piece surround there with the seat. Next to your shower, we have our sink. Good storage underneath here. Again, you've got a nice medicine cabinet. Another fantastic fan there above. Storage here. Another one up here. And again, this is one of the porcelain macerator toilets. There's more than ample room for me. You do have some more shelf space down here too. So actually quite roomy. And then let me see. Let's go back up front. I want to talk about the cab a little bit and the overhead bunk up there. So the bunk is an option. You can get this with an open cockpit, and you'll have some more storage up here, but this converts to a queen sleeper very easily. They did give you a new ladder this year. I'm not going to unfold that, but you can see how it works. It expands up. Here's your hooks to hook on here. When you do want to make it into a bed, pull that up, push that back, and these are when I wish I was a little bit taller, but you get the idea there. You do have another, I think that's like a 19-inch TV up there for the bunk. I'm going to push this back in. And then another thing, that skylight, there's some nice features there. I'm going to actually start by turning all my lights off and drop this down. You've got a bunk shade. And then it's got some really nice accent lights. Let me get those on so you can see the accents up there around the edge. You've got a little storage area here with some accent lights. Again, a 110 outlet, some USB ports. Like I say, they are everywhere in this coach. So you can run that up and down. You also have your bunk ceiling lights, and I can turn on my main ceiling lights right there. And then if you want them all on, you do have this all lights on switch over here. Okay, now let's talk about the cab. Oops. Now, I kind of adjusted this, and that's a little bit too much right now. I want to dump my air, get in here and get comfortable. Turn things on. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, and then let me get my camera on here. This will take a minute. What we're hearing beeping is our auto levelers. So I'm just going to retract all that. There we go. And then once they're up all the way, I'll just shut that off. So it'll take a minute for our Garmin to boot up. While we're waiting on that, we talk about the dash, steering wheel. Now you have a lever down there which allows you to tilt and telescope your steering wheel. Very nice dash. Your controls are right here. So on the left side, you can see I'm on my home screen. Maybe I just want to, go to my speedometer. You have tire pressure monitoring right there. Some of your diagnostics, settings. One thing I have to make note of, if you look at this, it's getting 10.1 miles a gallon when they brought it out here. I was a little surprised by that because, when you get over 10, you're doing pretty well. Of course, they weren't towing anything. It wasn't loaded down, but very easy to scroll through it right here. You can go through plenty of screens. Then over here on the left side, I can pair in my phone, answer my phone here, scroll through different windows. Now that I've got my Garmin system up and running, first of all, let's go to our camera. And you can see I can scroll through the different angles. We do have blinker cameras that come on automatically when you turn on your blinker. Most of the time you're going to have your rear view monitor on, especially if you're pulling a trailer or something and want to keep an eye on it. Let me see, like say when you go to navigation, let's just view the map for starters. Oh, come on. There we go. Shows you exactly where you are. And another nice little feature about this, I can actually pull it off so your passenger can maybe go through this. Maybe I want to find all the campgrounds in the area. Just hit that button and this shows me there's 6 campgrounds in this area, which is kind of nice. You're getting low on fuel. Let me see, where was that? Camera, tools, go into navigation. Oh, there we are. campgrounds, track back, traffic. You know, there's one in here that showed you where all of the fuel stations were and stuff like that. There we go. All campgrounds in the area, different categories, your national parks. It's just really handy to have your navigation and your monitor right there in front of you. You can pull that off, take it outside, plan your trip or whatever. Okay, over here on the dash, we do have some lights underneath there. Those are emergency flashers, footwell light down below, work light. Here is our assurance, safety insurance. If I want my lane departure warning shut off because, you know, I'm tired of hearing that beep, you can do that right here. There is a shutdown override. Now this is something you're never really going to need to touch. This is more for the commercial truckers that might leave these running days or weeks at a time. It has to go through a forced regen every now and then. That's not something you need to worry about. You do have your differential lock right here, your suspension dump. Nice thing about that is you can dump that down when you're backing up to a trailer, back up under there much easier and hook up. This is our EQ smart leveling, all auto leveling right there. Just very comfortable dash. Anybody that's driven a truck can get used to this very easily. Okay, so once again, this is a brand new 2025 Renegade Verona 40 VRB. It is an available coach. So if you have questions on this or any other unit, please reach out to me. Again, my name's Mark Love. You can contact me at 970-631-0083. Call or text me, or feel free to email at mlove@transwest.com. I think that's it for today. Travel safely, my friends. Happy trails, and we'll see you next time.